just want to know, how do people just sit here and like record themselves talking? Never really done that by myself before, but you guys requested this video and I've never had a video request been so highly requested, and it's crazy because I posted a thread on Twitter last night. I want to say around like 5 o'clock, and it blew up. I went from 200 followers on Twitter, and right now I have like 1,118, something like that. And my subscribers on my YouTube channel went from 20 to 150 as of now, and just overnight. And I'm like, y'all are that interested? I don't know. Okay, where do I start? I don't even want to talk about this, but you guys wanted me to. So the tweet that I put, the thread about the story that I posted, overnight it's about to hit 5,000 likes and over 1,000 retweets. So I guess I'll make a video about it. Y'all want it. Okay, so y'all already know his name, Victor, right? And I'm not gonna say his ex's name. I'm just gonna call her his ex, because we don't say that name. Or I'll just call him my ex, because fuck his name too. Yeah. So this guy, if you go to the Twitter thread, you'll see the screenshots of the conversation. He hit me up and was like basically trying to get to know me, and I was like, okay. I never reply to guys because they're just not worth my time, and I was in the middle of school and I was like, no. But I did, because my friend said she knew him, and I was like, okay. She said that his and his friends were cool, so I was like, all right, I guess. And he was like, we should meet, and I was telling my friend, like, I don't want to meet him, like, for what? And she told me that she knew his friends, and I was like, okay, I guess. She was like, you'll have fun, let's just go. So we go, and we go hang out with him and his friends, and everything goes good, and we click from the start. And his friends were like, oh, we never seen him this happy with a girl before, blah blah blah. Like, I should have left. So we hang out the next day, all of us again, and yeah, we just all hang out again. That's all y'all need to know. And we were just texting each other, everything was going good, and then I started hanging out around his family. I met his family, and it was all good. Like, I thought it was real. I was like, oh shoot, like my first actual boyfriend. So yeah, I met all of his family. We go get food together, we go out to eat together, go shopping together, and we were just always together. And I became best friends with his sister, and his little siblings became like my family too. But I knew he had a crazy ex, because the second day him and I met, we went to the mall, and I was with my friends still, and he was with his friends, and I was looking at some glasses with my friend, and we turn around and all of a sudden he's gone. So I'm like walking around like, where'd he go? His friends were like, oh, you don't want to know. And I was like, yeah, I do. So we went outside, and there she was screaming at him to the point where he had to go outside. And we just go to the car. He hops in the car and he's like, leave, leave, leave. We're just like, okay, I guess. Like, we just left. And I should ask more questions about her. I really should have, but I didn't. So our first trip together, we went to San Francisco to go see Russ, and it was really nice. I had never really stayed in a hotel in San Francisco or like walked around. So we went to the Russ concert, that night that we got there, and then we went to the hotel, just went to sleep, and we woke up, walked downtown, went and got breakfast, and it was really nice. It was. We did a little photo shoot, and then I think we just went back home. And then our next trip we went to LA to go see Trippie Redd, and we went shopping, did some vlogging, and that was it pretty much. And then we also went, we went on a trip again for, Christmas. His family took me to the snow. And we all opened presents together. I was there a lot of the time. And then, yeah, I went to the snow Christmas Day. Then on New Year's, his family asked me to go with them to Universal Studios for his mom's birthday. So we went to Universal Studios, and then we celebrated New Year's in Universal Studios. That was pretty much all we did over there. And then our last trip, we went to LA again to go see Little Mosey. Vlogging, more shopping, you know, LA stuff. And I remember. We get back from the LA trip, and his ex had messaged me saying that he used me to be on the family trip for his family, and that he was saying that he wanted to be back with her, blah blah blah, and she was acting crazy or something, I don't know. And so when we got back, I stayed the night at his house, and then I left the next day to go to work, I'm pretty sure, something like that. And he texts me and says, I'm with my ex, I can't talk to you no more, and I still love her. After all that, for what? So a week later, he texted me, and he was like, or he was blowing up my phone like all week, and I was just ignoring it. But finally, a week later, he was like, I just want you to know that I didn't want to be with her. I just went to her, or he said that she made him text me that, and that he just went to her because she was threatening him. I don't know, I fell for it, I guess. So I went back. Let's just say I moved in with him after a while, and I helped him get his permit, his driver's license, his first bank account, everything, basic necessities when you become an adult, I guess. Basic stuff. And after I did all that, he just started acting weird after a while. And I didn't think much of it because I would just go to work and then go back to his house, and we spent the rest of the day together, and that's it. And I only work for like 4 hours a day. So I was like thinking, he couldn't be hiding anything. Like, he would show me his phone, he's like, what do you think I'm hiding from you? And I'm like, okay, I guess not, like, I stay every night with you. So well, just to throw this in the middle, a girl DM'd me on Twitter and told me that one day, she gave me the date too. One day, and I was living with him at the time. One day he went on a double date with his friend and his girlfriend, and she told me it didn't look like me, and I was like, yeah, that wasn't me, I was probably at work. So that's something I found out. We got into an argument, so I took all my stuff, I left his house, I moved out. So after I moved out, I was just going to work and then going over to see him, going back home, going to work, going back to see him, going home. This was like an everyday thing, I want to say. And his ex messaged me and was like, okay, well, she didn't message me till later, but she told me that he was staying the night with her every night and basically living with him. And I was like, how if I see him every day? And then like I kind of thought about it and I was like, he's been going to bed early every night. It's kind of weird. And I asked him, I was like, how come you haven't been like calling me and falling asleep on the phone like we usually do that? And he was like, I'm just tired. So I was like, whatever. And it kind of makes sense that he was staying the night with her and spending the days with me. Just living two lives, I guess. Weird. And so I was spending every day with him. How I found out that everything. I found out everything. He told me he was hanging out with these one friends, and I followed one of them on Instagram, and he started a live video, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna hop on, go check what he's, not check what he's doing, but just like hop on, you know, just go watch the live video. So that's what I did, and I see him in it, and I like look closely, I'm like, who's that next to him? So I commented, I was like, tell Victor I said hi, it's his girlfriend. And he started reading it out loud, and the girl in the back started going crazy. So I left the video, and I was texting him, calling him, he wasn't replying. And finally some random number called me, and she starts going off on me, saying, I'm his girlfriend, who do you think you are, calling him your girlfriend? And he was in the background like, yeah, that's right. And I'm just like, excuse me? I was just out waiting to stop getting some wings, and this happens? That's on some, yeah. Oh, after that, I knew it was over. I was like, okay, he's with her again. After 8 months, I was like, no, I'm done. And I just blocked him on everything. And that was it. I thought that was it. And I was just like, I'm done. I'm just gonna keep it to myself at this point. Like, forget this. And he calls me at midnight on a fake number and was begging for me, crying for me, saying that she just showed up to where he was at because that he was in the city that she lives in. And I was just like, no, I don't believe you, I'm sorry. I told him I didn't want to be with him anymore, that I was done with all of his crud. And he was crying. And there's some things he said that I probably shouldn't say because it's not, he shouldn't have said it. It's not a good thing. And I just told him, like, I don't care anymore. I don't care. I just hung up and I blocked that number too. The next morning he made a new number and he was texting me saying, I know you're not done with me. Like, we have a real love. And just, I have the screenshots on Twitter. It's nonsense. I blocked the number too, and he didn't contact me after that. And I was just like, I was sitting there in my, well, I don't know where I was. I was sitting there and I was just thinking, what should I do? Like, should I really do nothing? Or should I message this girl and let her know, like, if she really thinks that she's his girlfriend, when he asked me to be his girlfriend? So I have a big heart. I decided to help her. I messaged her. And I told her what was going on. She was like, I don't know. And she blocked me. So I messaged her on other accounts like, girl, don't block me. Like, you want to see this. And she was like, see what? And I was like, I have proof of absolutely everything that he's denying. So I sent her screenshots of pictures with dates on it. I sent her pictures, like, I want to say 5 pictures per month. And there was 8 months. And she was like, okay, I believe you. and she asked me like whose clothes are in his drawers right now, and I said at the bottom, and she said yeah. I said those are mine. She asked who his eyelashes were on his dresser. I was like, those are mine. And she was like, I knew it. He said that they weren't yours. And I was just like, whose would they be? But okay. And I described his room for her. I told her, go to the bathroom, you'll find my toothbrush. I just told her everything. And I showed her how many times he called me out on his phone. Screenshots of that. Screenshots of messages from all 8 months. And screenshots of everything. Well, she believed me. I guess they broke up or something for like 2 seconds. And then she followed me on Instagram at 4 in the morning and had a picture posted of them kissing, and I was like, that's on you. Like, I don't care. I was trying to help you, but if you don't want help, then so be it. And basically, so I thought she was gonna be smarter than that, and I guess not. By this time I had already posted the thread on Twitter, and it started blowing up already. But she unblocks me, and she hits me with a long message. It's on Twitter as well. She was basically saying like, you're making up everything. His family don't want you. They blocked you on everything. They didn't block me. I blocked them to avoid him. And what else did she tell me? Oh, she was so proud that I was his side and she was his main. And I was just like looking at it like, you're okay with him having a side in the first place? Okay, she was like, you knew about me the whole time. I would tell your friend stuff and she would tell you. What friend? I only have one friend, it was him. That's the only person I hang out with every single day. I guess she didn't know that, or I don't know. But after everything I told her, she denied everything. She didn't believe me, she wanted to be with him, and he lies really good. So I fell for it many times, and finally, like, obviously I don't fall for it no more. But I guess she still does. I guess she wants to be with him, even though she admitted that he's toxic, and she even told me that I'm not the first girl. And I'm just like, okay, stay with him if you want, but don't come at me. And I sent her, she told me that his family doesn't mess with me no more, and I was like, okay. Like, I sent her screenshots to prove her wrong about that too. And after I sent her those screenshots, she blocked me again. And then she unblocked me and sent me a post that she posted on her story saying she's gonna come find me, that her girls were gonna hit me up and like tell me stuff, I guess. I don't know what they have to tell me. And basically, I'm not gonna say too much, but a lot of her friends messaged me saying that they feel sorry for me and that they tried helping her to leave me alone, and they tried telling her everything I told her, and she didn't want to believe anyone, so we're just like, okay, whatever. But they basically apologized to me for everything that she was doing, and I was like, dang, that's how her eyes not open yet. So that's how my tweet blew up. I guess, yeah, it is a crazy story. Thought I thought I was gonna help her out. I thought everything was gonna be fine between me and her after all I did for her, but I guess not. And he was abusive, physically, mentally. It was crazy. He was lied so good. So good. Never met a liar that good in my life. But I don't know what else to add. I don't. If you have questions, feel free to comment below or message me on Twitter. I'll put my Twitter, my Instagram, and yeah, that's it. You know what? Most of his friends ended up calling me and asking me if I was okay. His friends were like, oh, I saw your Twitter. I didn't know he was doing stuff like that to you. And I was like, yeah, I just didn't want to make anyone, I didn't want to like get anyone in my situation, so I just didn't tell anyone. And they were like, I'm sorry. They were just like, I don't know how to feel about him anymore, to be honest. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry too. That's your friend. And they were even telling me like, oh, he's done this to me, he's done that to me, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. I just told them like, I'm done with him. I don't want anything to do with him. Just don't tell me nothing. And I guess that was 8 months down the drain. That it was completely fake. I thought things changed after the first time, but people don't change. It's what I'm starting to learn, that people don't change. And that's it. That's the story. I hope you enjoyed it, I guess. You guys asked for this video, so like here I am giving it to you. And I don't know, that girl, she was underage. I'm 18, college. I have a dream I have a job I used to dream about, and I want to start my own brand. And once I graduate college, I'm gonna go get my bachelor's, and I don't know what he didn't see in me. I don't know. I would do his laundry. I would buy stuff for the house, and I guess it wasn't good enough. Some people don't see what they have right in front of them, I guess. But yeah, that's it. And there's like other bits and pieces to the story that I just don't want everyone to know. So if you're curious, just message me on Twitter and I'll just tell you if you want to talk about it. And that's it. Yeah, so I guess subscribe, hit the bell, like this, comment on it, share it. It went viral, so he deserved it. Exposed.